Long before humans learned to name the stars, before borders divided land and sea, before stories were written and forgotten, there existed a place known as the Tidelands, a place where forest met ocean, where moonlight ruled more than the sun, and where the boundary between worlds was thin enough for magic to breathe. This is the story of a guardian born of moonlight, and a sacrifice that saved all realms. The Tidelands stretched endlessly, neither fully land nor sea. Ancient trees bent toward salt-kissed winds. Roots drank from rivers that whispered secrets to the ocean. At night, the moon bathed everything in silver, as though the world itself was alive. It was here that balance was kept, and it was here that the guardian watched. At the edge of the forest lived Kanu, the moon wolf. By day, he slept beneath massive ancient roots, his silver fur glowing faintly with starlight. By night, he roamed the forest, eyes bright as the moon itself. Kanu was no ordinary wolf. He was chosen, sworn to guard the balance between land and sea. When storms threatened the forest, he warned the wind mothers. When beasts wandered too close to the waves, he guided them back. As long as Kanu walked the Tidelands, balance endured. Beyond the forest lay the ocean kingdom of Lumara, a realm of glowing coral towers and bioluminescent currents, where the sea sang ancient songs. Among the merfolk swam Mireia. Her scales shimmered like dawn breaking over water. Her voice calmed storms and soothed wounded tides. She too was a guardian of the sea. Both worlds were bound by an ancient law. No creature of land shall rule the sea, and none of the sea shall claim the land. For generations the law held, until the world began to tremble. It began beneath the earth, a slow, distant rhythm, drums beating from forgotten depths. Rivers darkened, fish fled safe waters. The moon's reflection cracked upon the sea. From shadow emerged the Nameless Ones, shape-shifting spirits born of forgotten prayers and broken promises. They fed on fear. They whispered lies. They poisoned rivers. They darkened tides. They turned land and sea against one another. Balance was breaking. One night, under a blood-red moon, Kanu heard a song unlike any other. It drifted across the shoreline, haunting and sorrowful. He followed it. From the glowing waves rose Mireia. Land and sea stood face to face. "The balance is breaking," she said. "The Nameless Ones seek to tear the boundary between worlds." Kanu lowered his head. "If the boundary falls," he replied, "all realms will suffer." They could not touch, but destiny stood between them. Together, they summoned the Council of Beings. The fire serpent, keeper of destruction and rebirth, rose in blazing coils. The stone giants stood silent, ancient as time itself. The wind mothers gathered above, their voices carried in storm clouds. The council spoke as one. To seal the worlds again, a guardian must surrender their true form. Silence followed. Even the Nameless Ones paused. The council stood assembled at the heart of the Tidelands. Flame crackled, wind circled, stone groaned. Land, sea, sky, and fire waited. Then, from the shadows of the ancient trees, Kanu stepped forward. Moonlight followed him. Each step rippled through earth and water alike. The forest bowed. The tide pulled back. The fire serpent lowered its blazing head. The wind mothers fell silent. Even the stone giants leaned closer. Kanu lifted his head, silver eyes reflecting storm, flame, and moon. "I was chosen to guard the balance," he said. "If balance demands a form, then I will give mine." Mireia cried out from the waves. "No, without you, the forest will fall silent." Kanu did not turn. "The forest will remember," he said softly, "and the sea will endure." The sacrifice had chosen itself. The Nameless Ones surged forward, screaming from land and sea. Kanu lifted his head and howled, a howl that shattered moonlight. Silver light burst across the Tidelands. The earth trembled, the ocean stilled, and the moon wolf became stone. A great cliff rose between forest and ocean, shaped like a wolf watching both worlds. The Nameless Ones screamed as the boundary sealed. Then, silence. Balance returned. To this day, tides crash gently against a towering stone wolf. Mermaids sing to it at dawn. Wolves howl to it at night. Elders say, when the moon glows brightest, the stone wolf's eyes still shine. Watching, guarding, waiting.